Hey everyone, welcome to our Pilates class. Today we're going to be focusing on the lower back area and a little bit of spine rotation. Just to mobilize the lower back. I know sometimes it can get a little stiff when you sit at a desk all day or gardening. So we're actually going to start on our back. Now, depending on the shape of your spine, so if you feel like you're in that kind of position, then just pop a little cushion or something under your head. I like to have just this little cushion because I'm a princess. And so you could have like a little towel wrapped up or something like that. So first thing I want you to do is just becoming aware of the alignment of your body on the mat. Okay, so just to start with, take a deep breath. Open your mouth and just let it go. So as you lie there, you can feel the back of your head on the floor. Do you notice if your chin is higher than the forehead? Or is your chin jutting up towards the ceiling? So perhaps you can drop that chin a little bit, which is going to help stretch off those muscles at the back of the neck. The collarbones want to be nice and wide. So are your shoulders perhaps crunching upwards? Can you pull your shoulders down? So think of the shoulder blades as well. You might need to have a little shuffle. Now, having the palms facing up next to the body is going to help this opening of the chest, so you can also be in that position. Or sometimes I like to have my hands on my hips, but just be aware that if you have your hands on your hips, your shoulders are not lifting. It might be that you're really tight and the shoulders are lifting, but I want you to try and put your shoulders down. And then you have that natural curve in the lower back, so the lower back should be slightly off of the floor. And then your two hip bones and your pubic bone makes a straight line, so you could put a cup of tea over there if you wanted to, or a glass of Dom Perignon, something like that. And then your knees are in line with these two hip bones, and your feet are in line with the knees. From here, take a deep breath. Doesn't matter how you breathe, just a nice full breath into your body. Now, as you exhale, you're going to hug the tummy down. So what happens when you naturally breathe out, the tummy pulls in. So we're going to use that. So as you exhale, pull your tummy in, and now send your lower back to the floor. So you're pulling everything inwards. Now, I want you to try and make sure that the back of your legs and your bums are completely relaxed. So sometimes people push. So then there's actually nothing going on there. It's all leg work. And for what I want to do today, I really want to focus on the core and the lower back area. So I really want you to use the muscles around here, okay? Because that's going to help strengthen. So as you exhale and you're holding this little movement, it's called a pelvic tilt. Think of bringing your ribs closer towards your rib cage. And then can you bring your rib cage closer towards the ribs? So now you can see there's no gap underneath my lower back. Now be aware that your knees haven't opened or they haven't closed. They're staying in alignment. The sternum is drawing downwards and the pubic bone is drawing down. So everything's trying to go towards the belly button area. Relaxing your shoulders, keeping the chin down. And then release back to the starting position. Have a little wiggle. So breathe in. As you exhale, hug the tummy to your spine and then spine to the floor. Breathing out. Relax your shoulders. Soften the back of your legs. If you're not sure if they're working, feel them. You're allowed to fondle your own body. Hug everything down towards the floor. So really trying to engage the transverse abdominals, which is also known as the corset, body's corset, and it's deep under all the other muscles. So we really need to hug inwards and then release back to the start. So inhale, exhale, relaxing everything. Now we're going to add in a little movement here just to wake up that lower back. As you inhale, we come back to neutral. Now we're going to do an anterior tilt. So we're going to send the hip bones forward. So now we make a big arch. So the weight is going to be now a little bit more towards the coccyx. So inhale and exhale, pelvic tilt. Posterior tilt. We're tilting the hip bones backward. Inhale, anterior tilt. Exhale, posterior tilt. So all we are trying to do is just get this little movement with the pelvis and that lower part of the spine. And I find it actually gives the sacroiliac joint a nice little massage as well. Good. Come back to your starting position. Bring your feet closer together, your knees together, and have them close to your bum. You can have your arms in a Y position or a T position or even a little bit lower if you want to. You'll get more out of it if you can have your arms over there. So from here, as you exhale, draw your tummy down and now just flump your knees over towards the right side, okay? So for some people it might be up there, for some people it will be there, doesn't matter. Now your head can either keep looking up or you can look towards your left side. Holding that position there, just start to lengthen that left arm away from you a little bit more. You might feel pulling sensations around the armpit, perhaps the chest area. So getting into the connective tissues of the body a little bit more, the fascia. Now think of sending this top hip, your left hip, a little bit more over and perhaps try and send it away from you. So we're trying to send your left knee away from the left hand. Again, we're just giving these tissues a chance to give. Having another inhale into the left side of your body. And on your exhale, now the tummy's going to draw in and you're going to bring your spine back to the center and the legs will follow. Just restack everything into the right position. Relax the left arm a little. Taking a breath. And as you exhale, now we're taking the knees over to the left side. Again, these are not hip rolls for those of you that know Pilates. This is not a hip roll, it's a side roll. Just a nice relaxed movement. Now reaching the right arm away, and to me this side feels a little bit more stiff. And then sending the top knee away from your right hand. And you can either look to the right or you can look towards the ceiling. And we are just going to breathe into this part of the body. So inhaling and expanding this area is going to put a little bit of stress on the fascia as well, which is a good thing, so you can use your breath. And it just feels really nice. Taking a breath into the right rib cage. And as you exhale, hug your tummy in and the hips and the knees come back up again. From here, just reset everything. Take your feet mat width and your knees mat width. We're going to go towards the right side again. So breath in. Allow the lower back to go down and then send your knees over to the right. You can gaze towards the left if you want to. Now, if you've had a hip replacement on your left side, you are going to stay where you are now. If you haven't, then perhaps you want to try and send that top knee down a little bit to the floor. How does that feel? You might not like it, or maybe it feels quite nice in your lower back. Just have a little play with it. Reaching your left knee away from the left hand again. So remember, get that left arm reaching and reaching and reaching. Breathing into the left side of the body. Just staying there for another exhale. And one more inhale. Now this time on your exhale, hug your tummy in, get your spine back to the mat, and the knees will follow. Just reset everything, relaxing the left arm. Last one to the other side. So breathing in, lower back goes down, send the knees over to your left. Now reaching that right arm away, head can follow to the right or towards the ceiling. See how that feels for your neck. If you've had a hip replacement on your right-hand side, you stay where you are. Or for those that want to go a little deeper, you're just going to try and send the top knee down. So what happens when you send that top knee down, it opens up the sacroiliac joint. So you might feel it in the back over there. And for me, I feel quite stuck there. So this actually feels quite uncomfortably nice. I'll just settle there. So breathing into your right rib cage now. Remember to keep reaching away with your right arm. You'll feel after a few breaths that it releases and you can take it a bit further. 2 more breaths. Inhale into the right side of your body. And as you exhale, hug the tummy in. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Coming back to the center. Bringing the arms to a T position, take them up to the ceiling. Oh, that also feels amazing. Just giving yourself a hug. And then roll onto your side and just push yourself up into a seated position. Oh, feels so nice. Oh, I love Pilates. Oh, so again, just give yourself a little bit of a shoulder roll after. That can be quite intense, just keeping the arms in that position. So it really is so good for stretching off the front of the chest, which is also going to help with your posture. So I hope you enjoyed your Pilates class for today, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.